Hello Star Wars The Old Republic players, and welcome to a brand new Star Wars update, where I'm going to show you all the things that are coming on this 7.2 update in terms of the Cartel market and the new reputation vendor that is found in the new planet that comes with 7.2 Ruhnuk. So first let's do the Cartel market stuff. Straight away you will find a new Pykes Syndicate armor. This is another inspiration from the book of Boba Fett show. I think it's a pretty nice armor piece. The only setback about it is that it doesn't dye very much. As you can see here, I put on the black and gray dye and it didn't really change much. Here with a secondary black, you can see that it mainly just works on the inside shirts of the whole coat thing, but the whole coat itself doesn't really change much. But still, I think it's a really cool look that you can use on a bounty hunter, a Jedi, a Sith. I feel it's a great look, the whole robes style here, because it's just adaptable to any class really. Next, we have the Cad Bane inspired look called the Outer Rim Drifter. Very Cad Bane vibes based on the book of Boba Fett show once again. You can see he has all the tubes and all the little details. This is actually the default shader color. So this is a really good color right away. So I think you will love this just for that, because you don't have to spend time trying to get like a really dark black dye. It already comes with one. But we're gonna try out a few other colors here, like the dark blue with gray. I think this one also looks pretty nice. It does change quite a fair bit, but it still looks very clean. This armor has a bit of simpleness, but also straight to the point in giving you that vibe for a gunslinger or a bounty hunter, whichever you prefer. Definitely one of the best cowboy kind of looks you can get in the game right now. So I'm very excited for this one to release. And then we'll move on to the next armor. The next armor is a bit of a spoiler. It is Rik'an's armor set. Rik'an is the brother of SWTOR, who is in the short of the Legacy of the Sith. He's now an adult here in the story, and we're gonna see him with this armor. Our very first Mandalorian armor, fit for a Twi'lek. Now what is interesting to me is that I'm previewing this armor on a human, but I can still see the Lekus on it. So it doesn't matter if you're using a Twi'lek or not, the Lekus are part of the armors, which is, I think is pretty interesting, and I think it's pretty cool that way. I'm gonna check out some dyes. I think it dyes pretty nicely too, quite different. The only thing is that the Lekus don't change color. I tried with different dyes and it still remains black, which I mean, it's fine. It doesn't become too distracting, I feel. It's definitely one of the more unique sets we have now in the game, and I think that's pretty cool, because there's a lot of sets that involve helmets and that kind of stuff that don't fit with a Twi'lek character, and this helmet piece and also SWTOR's are very much specific for aliens to work best with. But you can still use them if you want to in a non-Twi'lek character. So just showing you some quick other dyes here, right here, and then we move on to the next one. Now this next one is another one that I was very excited to get since I saw him in the short, is Master Or's armor set. I think it looks really cool in the short, so I was excited to get this in the game, and it doesn't disappoint, to me at least. This is a really great armor piece for a Jedi, but you can probably turn it into a Sith piece as well, playing with the colors if you want to as well, or make it a Jedi Outlander kind of vibe. So we're gonna check some dyes here. I think it looks really nice with this black-gray dye, an easy one dye to get, and I think it looks already great this way because it keeps the browns without you needing to have a brown on your dye. Here's with a black and brown combo. As you can see, I still prefer the black and gray combo. Here's with a primary black, which again also works pretty well if you don't want the gray on it. So I think overall, I'm in love with all these armor pieces coming to the Cartel market. Now let's check out the weapons. This one is the ceremonial best cut blade. I think it looks pretty cool. This is probably going to be part of the story, I imagine, in some form for the 7.2 story update, because it's all Mandalorian team. And you can see how it looks on the bottom of the pants right here. Pretty interesting. Next we have Rik'an's vibro axe. We already saw Rik'an's armor. Now this is the weapon that he'll be using apparently in the story. I think it looks pretty cool. I'm not one to use axes, but I have to say this one looks really neat. This is how it looks unequipped. Very nicely on the back, and the way it turns on and it attaches back in. I think it's really cool. Next we have the Junlan Cycle Rifle, which I believe people were saying these are essentially Tusken Raider kind of sniper weapons. This one's an assault rifle, but there's also a sniper rifle version I'll show you in a bit. This is a sniper version. Again, not that different from the assault rifle, but just a bit longer. And it has this animation effect, similar to the other weapons that we saw in last update. Has the same similar sparkling effect, which I still think is a pretty cool effect. And next we have Master Orc's lightsaber. This one we saw on the live stream that they did, but you can see it now here in game. It looks pretty nice. Unequip and equip. Pretty simple, as you can expect for Master Orc's saber. It's going to be green crystal and all that kind of stuff. Alright, so now we're going to check out the items on Ruhnuk with the Reputation Vendor. This will be a new daily area, and similar to the Manan recent one, you can buy with your own credits once you reach that level of reputation. So let's check out these items. We have a couple of Mandalorian banners. Not surprisingly, this entire planet is full of Mandalorians, and it will resolve a little bit the conflict of the Mandalorians. So we have banners as well as standing version of said banners. Some of these you might have seen already on the Flashpoint, the designs, but this is a different way to decorate them. So if you just want to do a full theme of Mandalorian stuff, there's a lot of cool stuff like this NPC, Clan Vizsla Peacekeeper, female. There's also a male version. Again, these decos will be really great to create your own Mandalorian stronghold. We have some construction fuel cells, more fuel cells. This is a really cool one that they commissioned Backlink Wardroid. This is, I think, a mount as well currently, but now you have a deco version, which is great. Heavy construction shelf. Again, this is a combination of Mandalorian stuff and factory stuff, and construction stuff like this heavy duty construction truck. Really big piece. Mandalorian shuttle. Pretty cool to have a ship for the Mandalorians to place on the stronghold. This is a big piece to put as well. The Rock Crusher, another huge piece as you can see here. Next we have the Rik'an compressor, another piece of machinery. The Ruhnuk bulldozer, more construction factory machines. You'll see these on the daily in big version. The drill rig, the excavator. Ruhnuk Lam in single. This is basically cactuses now what you're gonna see, because this is a very desert type of planet. Lots of really nice cactuses. I think a lot of these pieces probably work on a Tatooine stronghold because of the desert vibes. You could kind of get away with it too with Rishi, because Rishi's stronghold has a lot of areas under construction too. More cactuses. This time is mushrooms. The Sonic Disruptor. This might be an objective thing because it has a very unique model. So maybe we see it on the objectives of the story. The Stone Arch. This is pretty cool for those that like decorating things of the fast to find. And last, you have some titles here. The Celebrated and Remembered title, Champion of the Avenger. And last but not least, the Wasteland Mudhorn. A pretty interesting mount. I think it looks pretty cool with my Mandalorian here actually. And that's it for the Reputation Vendor. All of this stuff should be available when 7.2 launches sometime this winter. It's right now on the public test server if you want to test it. Hopefully tests are going very well and we can see this update sometime next month. But we'll see. Anyways, see you next time.